So when it comes to these flights, they've got an expected time. So the expected time would take into consideration the Earth rotation.
We've already heard this 3 times, this baseless assertion. Right, the last thing I asked you to do was go and provide a citation. Have you got one?
And I've already given citations for why flights going one way is.
You haven't given a single.
No, you haven't done that at all.
Arwen, you haven't given a single citation yet. You've given an entire reference. Shut up. You've given an entire reference which I had to read through. You didn't cite a single thing from it. Not one thing. Now you're saying you've already given the citations. No. You gave a reference which I read through and crapped all over. Now you're giving a reference, or preferably citation, for your next bullshit claim. That all pilots automatically take spin of the Earth into account. Cite it or shut up.
So, yeah, I did give a citation. It's this one here that I'll repost.
Is it the same one?
Yeah, it says...
Stop! Is it the same citation that you already posted? Because that citation didn't have any details of pilots claiming that Earth turns underneath. It didn't have anything from a pilot at all. So this is not the citation that backs your claim that pilots automatically take Earth spin into consideration. I've already read this entire reference. It does not say that. It doesn't have citations from pilots. It's not going to suit your ends.
So what it says is that it has...
It says
that there's
you said
wind.
Pilots. I don't care what this site... Can anyone else appreciate why this is bloody irritating? Have I just not explained why this isn't going to meet your ends? Did you not just listen? Or did you just ignore every single word I said?
No, I didn't ignore what you were saying.
I'll move on to the next.
What did I say? What was the reason why your citation wasn't satisfactory? Given that you've claimed pilots think...
So, I'll try and find a...
Can I just say, Planarwalk, you are the most boring person to listen to ever.
Look, right. Planarwalk, I've just asked you a direct question. Did you listen to what I said and why the citation you've just insisted and repeated 3 times isn't satisfactory? Not, can you go and get another one? Not the reply, oh, well, I'll go and find. That isn't what I'm asking.
So, maybe I did miss what you're saying about why my citation wasn't valid. So I'll try.
What you didn't listen?
Because
you didn't listen then.
It's because it's not from a pilot, right, or something like that.
Because it's not a
That's
quote.
said, right?
It's just a story.
It's not from a pilot, right? Your claim being pilots automatically take Earth rotation into consideration. I said, give me a citation, and you gave us the citation that, according to it, the planes have to accelerate to overcome Earth rotation speeds. Yeah, that load of old bollocks. That's what you're claiming. Not from a pilot.
So just because it's not from a pilot, generally, I don't think it's the pilot. I don't think it would be the pilots that would actually come up with the times. It would actually probably be someone else.
Your claim, pilots, specifically, that specific type of person, pilots, automatically take Earth rotation into consideration. That's why they don't declare it on the tannoy. That's your claim. Now you're saying, I don't think it really matters to cite a pilot. Can no one else appreciate why this is unbelievably frustrating? Can no one else appreciate why this is unbelievably irritating? When the person who tells me what a sodding pilot thinks, and I ask him to cite it, tells me that it's not important to get the opinions of pilots.
I just got here and I'm already frustrated.
Planarwalk's the most boring person to listen to ever.
Can I have a few minutes? Can I ask Planarwalk one question?
Go ahead, Chocolate. I'm done with him.
A few minutes ago, Planarwalk, you said something about flights taking longer to go from New York to LA or from LA to New York. I don't remember the exact city because I'm working, so excuse me. But did you say, is that what you said?
To go from New York to LA.
You said what?
It's longer to go from New York to LA.
Than from LA to New York.
No, it's longer to go from New York to LA than it is to go from LA to New York.
Right. Okay, but isn't Earth supposed to be spinning towards the east?
So the reason why is because...
No. Answer the question. Is the Earth supposed to be spinning towards the east?
Yes, the Earth is supposed to be spinning towards the east.
Right. So there's no way that the flight from New York to LA should be longer than the flight going the opposite way, right?
Well, the reason why it's...
No. Answer the question. If the Earth is spinning towards the east, I take off from New York and I go to LA, the Earth is spinning towards me, right? So LA should be showing up a lot quicker, right? But you just said it's not. Am I right?
Yeah, so not necessarily, because there's because
I'm sorry, my friend. I've taken these flights many times. That's how it works. You said New York to LA is longer, and that's not how it's supposed to work, my friend. So I'm sorry.
So the reason why is because of the way that it impacts the jet streams, and the jet streams are impacted. One of the links that I posted actually shows.
How is the jet stream impacted if the Earth is spinning in one direction?
The jet streams are impacted. I'm looking at all these things right now. It's quite late for me, so it's hard to sort of absorb this information. But essentially,
I understand you're tired. I know you're sleepy. I get it. Right. I just need you to think for a few minutes real clearly, because I can't stay that long. The Earth is supposed to be spinning from west to east. Take off from New York and you go to LA. You're saying it takes longer. Well, you just destroyed your entire argument, because that's not how it's supposed to work. If the Earth is spinning towards you, your flight is supposed to be significantly faster. So you're going to have to work out which one is which, my friend. Okay. Somebody else can have me. I got to go. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Chocolate.
Chocolate, let me dovetail off what you're saying. So Planarwalk, what he's saying is, if the Earth in the globe model is spinning 1,000 miles at the equator, roughly 840 miles from LA to New York, west to east, then the jet stream.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about this for a second,
is the jet stream speed faster than the Earth turn? If LA is coming to you at 1,000 or let's just say 800 miles an hour.
He's trying to get a reply out, 10th man. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm trying to just visualize it in my mind. So
it sounds like you're trying to speak. Are you okay?
What?
It sounds like you're trying to speak coherently. Are you okay?
I'm mostly just tired.
Do you understand how your argument's a train wreck?
What?
Do you understand how your argument is a train wreck, as pointed out by Chocolate saying?
Yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from. So I'm just trying to visualize this in my mind, because it's
Planarwalk. You don't have to visualize anything, my friend. 2 seconds, Google it. It'll show you what direction the Earth is spinning. It'll even give you a little arrow. So now in your mind, you can envision which direction is which. And you can see If what you're saying is correct, there is no way that the Earth can be spinning. Right?
Well, not necessarily.
Okay.
You gotta just because you don't understand how it's working doesn't mean that it's not.
Oh, now I don't understand.
Don't rise to it.
That's adorable.
Yeah, we're just
don't rise to it. Don't rise to it. You absolutely obliterated him. I didn't even spot that chocolate. So kudos. You've just smashed his argument into the middle of next week with just the simple facts he presented. I didn't even consider them. I was going to the overall argument. You've actually listened more than I have to his facts and gone, hang on a second. The turn is going the other way. It should be shorter that way, not longer.
As soon as he said it, I was all over it. Couldn't get to my mute button fast.
So there is a reason, and it is due to the way. I believe it's due to the way that the. So it is. Yes, due to the way that the wind is moving, and I think over the US, by the looks of this, it's there's a lot of westward winds due to the was it westward? No, it's eastward winds due to the Coriolis effect.
Yeah, maybe you want to figure that one out before you start presenting it.
Oh no, why don't you just go to bed? You're terrible.
Yeah. Indeed.
Go to the last ball busters, okay? I have an example in there with a flight, right? From Charlotte, North Carolina to Los Angeles. They're both on the same latitude. It gives all the information. Start there, then come back, okay? From what I just heard, you wasted an entire show with your tiredness and your tired computer, right?
Well, I could actually probably go.
Is that correct? Go get your act together.
I could actually probably go.
And then come back. Wasting our damn time.
Well, I wasn't actually intending on joining the show, but
do you have any honor with yourself? Do you feel shame? Is what I want to know.
I actually tend to agree with John here. Like, you're not recovering from your tiredsomeness. There's a lot of things you need to do. I get a quote from that pilot, like you said you had, and you're not really succeeding in doing it right now. So just go to bed, make some notes, get it done, and come back to us. Okay?
I'll do that. I honestly need to get to sleep because I am tired.
I would like an answer, though.
In no condition to answer or to argue right now.
No, not a debating question.
Just get some rest, make some notes.
Owen, just before he disappears. So, I mean, I'm interested in that. Do you feel no shame?
I do have shame sometimes, but it depends on what you're talking about when it comes to shame. Like, why would I feel shame?
Okay, I'll try and give you an example. I'm not trying to debate you because I know you're tired, right? If you came on and asserted that a difference in duration in a travel time that you'd looked up and had a vague glance at was because Earth turned underneath, then when it was pointed out to you that that's an absolute train wreck because one duration should be shorter as opposed to longer, as given in your example, you then turned around and blamed it on the wind. So in other words, when something will fit your... I haven't finished. So when something fits your religious belief, you'll assert it as your religious belief. But then when it's absolutely the antithesis of your claim, you'll find something to explain it away. Even if we accepted what you explained it away with, it'd leave you at 0. No Earth turn, just an embarrassing example that didn't work at all. Now, that for me would be not just embarrassing, humiliating. But you're like, oh, I'm a bit tired.
Yeah, so the reason why I didn't have a well thought out argument, and I do need to look into this a bit more, is because, I am quite tired. I didn't intend on joining. I've been working on stuff all day, that kind of stuff. And so, I didn't have a properly formulated argument